Shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstones teaching this truth and sincerity, and also rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that scatter four corners of the earth, which is you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the true Israelites is coming out, the elect nation of Israel, what the Lord is only dealing with according to Bible scriptures. So this one I'm gonna hop back on, dealing like who was that whore. All right, and the judgments that's gonna happen. This was just also another inspiration through Elder Apostle Rambam going into Revelation, the 17th chapter. So this is also me retouching on Revelation, the 17th chapter, building on a foundation. So I am going to hop around, but I just want to grab, key points on who that whore is. All right, so we can start from the top. So this is Revelation chapter 17 and 1. It says, "And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven bells, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show you unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." Okay. So, in this particular scripture, other camps that we don't, like I said, we don't teach that great whore is not Israel, it's not Jerusalem, it's not Egypt. No, it's not that. Okay. That particular scripture is talking about America. Okay. Because when we talk about America, we call it, spiritual Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Nineveh, things like that, just for all the abominations that this place, commits and gets into. All right. And all right. And it says, "I sit up on many waters." No, let's go back. He says, "I will show you the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters," because America is known to do a lot of wickedness, like the LGBTQ community, also, you can be man, a man can be a woman, and a woman can be a man. It's cool to lay with the same sex, man and man, woman and woman, to man and beast, or woman and beast. All right. And it says that sitteth upon many waters, and that's getting into the people. All right. So when you want to get that verse in the scriptures, you would actually go to Revelation the 17th and hop all the way to 15. And when I was growing, sometimes you need to read up and sometimes read down to get your answers. All right, but reading down to the 15th verse, you'll know what it's talking about. So let's grab that. And it says, "And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues." All right, and look at America. You got multitudes of nations. You got Asians, Japanese. You got so-called Negroes, so-called Africans. You got the Arabics, so on and so forth. Nations and tongues. You speak English, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, just to name a few, just for an example. So what's talking about here, and America is so diverse in this. Okay. verse 2. And it says, with the whom the king of the earth have fornications, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. You know, her philosophies. You know, if you look at these other nations, man, there's certain things that translate to America that they do. You know, part of the system, the import and export. You know, like when you watch their, like, look at their, you know, when you go to Japan, back then they used to have samurais and stuff like that. But now they take on, for instance, just for an example, they take on the formation of how we do our police. You'll see my man with a Glock and a badge on. Okay. And that was that fornication, those philosophies and the ways of America. All right. And then the elder apostle Ramla was getting into the 5th chapter, and it says, and upon her forehead was a name, Mystery Babylon, the mother of the harlot and the abomination of the earth. Okay. So it says the great mother of harlots. And what is a harlot? It is a lady that deals with a lot of men, right? Sexually, but spiritually. Now, look what America has done. It was dealing with all these other nations, you know. And like I said, when I was saying earlier, you look at the import and export. And then also you can compare it to this. Look at a whore. A whore has a man for to get her nails done, a man to talk to, a man for, you know, to lay with, a man to fight her battles. And that's where, like I said, look at this whore. Every time a certain nation has a certain resource or valuable, who's sticking their nose in that nation's business first? America, for example. If a certain country has oil, first and foremost, America's gonna be there because, you know, our dollars now backed up through the oils, not gold and silver, but now it's oil. Okay, so look, in you can see the similarities about this place, in that it makes perfect sense that this place is that great whore, which is America, spiritual Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, and spiritual Nineveh. Okay, and it says harlots and abominations of the earth. All right, and abominations is basically things that the Lord hateth. You know, that, you know, like wickedness, straight wickedness, man. So, like I say, now you just gotta compare those two. Like you can compare, you know, just everything. You know, like I say, look at a whore. He said, a whore, they don't really give a fuck about you. They just take and grab. That's what a whore does now. They just take anything to help them prosper. You know, and look at a whore. They want to look good. They want to be decked out. You know, but they also want to be taken care of. Actually, let me get that one part. It was basically saying that she was beautiful to look upon. Slovakia, because I'm jumping around. You know what, I'm gonna drop that. But let's get back into like the similes. I'm just gonna grab one. I didn't want to make it too long, because the majority of our people do know about, you know, the time when Sodom and Gomorrah was born, the time of Nineveh. So let's get the book of Jude, verse 1 and 7. 7, it says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah, the cities about them in like manner given themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh and setting forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of the eternal fire. So like I said, now we're going to have another, like I said, that was an example in the past. Now it's going to happen again. What? For what? The fornications, going after strange flesh and setting forth. It's making me a little too excited. It says giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. And then, like I said, we got unrighteous decrees where we can have the alphabet marriage. It's not just, righteousness when it's just a man and woman. No, it can be anything. A man can marry his car if he wanted to. A woman can marry their dog. And you see that now. And it's going to be for an example for when the Lord should judge this place through the nuclear missiles, that eternal fire. And it's not an everlasting fire that's going to last forever. It's just going to be for a long time. Okay? So, we're here. That whore that's being spoke of in Revelation, the 17th chapter, is talking about this place. All right? But again, I want to give all, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to do to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teaching this truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole elect. I want to close out. Say shalom.